People, yes, it's true. I can confirm this Wednesday, November 15, 2017, is the launch date for WWE SuperCard Season 4, the Finger Tapping Frenzy, that I know you will really enjoy and I'm sure you will love because, as you know, if you follow us on Twitter, on social media, on Facebook or whatever, I've been over to Seattle, thank you to 2K and Cat Daddy and everyone else who dragged me over there for an exclusive hands-on preview of what's coming up in Season 4, and that's what I'm going to show you now. I'd also like to say a big thank you to you guys out there, because it's your support and your subscribing to our channel and all the comments that you do and everything that you've done, that big groundswell of support that we've had on BadLadDad, that got me over there. Because let's face it, if I didn't have the following, I wouldn't have been invited. So massive thank you to you guys. We've not had much on this channel. We don't get an awful lot on this channel, and so this has been a huge thing. So thank you so much for that. But enough of that, Big Jim. Let's talk about what's going on. What's the goodies? Show us what's happening. Well, can I just very quickly say, I wanted to find that Mr. Cat Daddy, find out what he was up to and what he got in mind for Season 4. And I managed to track him down. Before I spoke to him, I spoke to Adam Plotkin, who's the lead producer at Cat Daddy Games when it comes to WWE SuperCard. And he ran through what we can be looking forward to and what is actually going to be unveiled on Wednesday. But right now, I'm going to give you Big Jim's top 5 things to look out for in Season 4 of WWE SuperCard. And I think these are the goodies that are going to make you go, I want to play some more. Right, coming in at number 5, I've got graphics. It's an all-encompassing headline, but there's a lot going on, so I didn't want to just pick out some little individual bits and pieces, because obviously it's the gameplay that we're really interested in, but you can't ignore the graphics. For starters, 250 new cards. There's Beast, there's Monster, there's Titan, BMT, Beast, Monster, Titan, in that order. They're the cards we're going to be chasing. And there's a few new people on the way, but you can see that in one of the other videos from today, where I'm going to go through the catalogue and go through some of those new images. So there's that, but beyond that, there's some animations, and there's some really cool animations. The ones I love in particular are the support cards. They've all got their own animations, and one that I particularly enjoyed was I had a female tag team match going and a kendo stick was played. I'm only throwing the kendo stick into the ring and whacking people with it. Now I know we're going to be doing our finger tapping frenzy to get past it once we're used to it, but it's a nice touch and certainly will attract new players as well when they come into the game. Other things that have been included, there's venues. There's going to be more venues, SmackDown, Raw, NXT, more familiar venues that we're going to see. And a very big improvement with Money in the Bank. Actually seeing the cards climbing the ladders, doing their little bits and pieces. It's not just that boring slab of cards where you're just like tapping away and it's like, there's movement going on. I really like the look of what they've done. They've made a real big effort to improve it, and that gets a big thumbs up. So graphics is our number 5 in Big Jim's countdown. At number 4, we've got a new event. It's something for the ladies. It's the Elimination Chamber. Now the ladies, they've had a little bit to play in King of the Ring. They've been completely excluded from some events, but Elimination Chamber, that's for the ladies, and that's why you're going to need more than the 4 cards you've had in your Road to Glory decks in the past. You're going to need 10 females, pretty strong females, to be competitive. And what's going to happen is, out of those cards, you're going to have 2 to play at any one time. One face up, one face down. You're going to have to try and remember what cards you've got, because the face down one could have better stats than the face up one. And you've got to make a choice as to which one of those 2 cards you're going to play against your opponent. Then it's a simple mechanic of elimination. If you lose the match, you lose your card. Same with your opponent. And it's whoever's the last woman standing at the end who wins the game. Now, I would just add on another thing here as well. When you're going through to create your deck for the Elimination Chamber, you will see, and as you will with any other decks, there's a new deck mechanic. There's a nice little tab that runs across the top of the game now. And that's going to be very useful. Instead of you having to skip through different screens trying to find where to go to change your deck, or trying to remember to change your ranked mode or whatever, it does certain things for you automatically, but it just keeps everything there in a nice little patch for you. So if you actually go onto your ranked mode now, you don't have to worry about that anymore. the game will pick out your strongest cards for you and make sure they automatically go in there. So you're not going to have these unfortunate circumstances where you've been messing around in your rank mode and gone to play another game and it starts giving you rewards at a much lower level. That's not going to happen anymore because that's going to be automatic. But then you can access all of the other screens from that little tab thing across the top of the screen. And I really like that. It's going to make life so much easier. Number 3 is something that a lot of games have and we've not really had in WWE SuperCard before. It's daily challenges. Now yes, we've had the login bonus which you can get by logging in every day, and of course those days accrue and then you can open a pack depending on how many days you've been logging in. But this is proper daily challenges. It may be something you're already doing, it might be a new challenge or whatever. What will happen is if you can complete all your daily challenges for the day, you will earn $1. And those dollars can accrue until you can buy packs. Now, at the end of a day, you could buy a standard pack, or I believe it's 2.5 days of doing your challenges, you could open a bigger pack and get a better reward. So that's going to be a real incentive. If you consider we're all old hacks at this game, we all know what we're doing. You get someone coming in new to the game, it's quite a daunting prospect. When they look at all the different things that you can do, all the different genres, all the different modes you play, and see us people with all these huge cards and they're just scuffling along. It's good to have something like that for a daily challenge so that they've got something they can tuck into, just find their feet. It's like a little training area if you like. But it's also good for us too because it gives us a chance, of course, to get bigger and better rewards and more frequently. Because what do we want? We want more rewards more frequently. So again, you'll have seen from what I've just been showing on screen, there's going to be some good opportunities here, people, to be boosting these decks very quickly. So get stuck in. We're getting to the meat and drink now. This is the big stuff. This is the meaty stuff. This is the stuff we're really going to get stuck into. Number 2, the PvP leagues. Now this is a big revamp. This is why I don't even feel that the game has just been refreshed. I think it is almost like a relaunch. You're keeping your cards, which is good from the previous seasons, but this is a massive thing. The PvP leagues is basically going to be done on a weekly basis. It's going to involve 3 modes. War has replaced rank mode. There's the Elimination Chamber, which we've mentioned already, and there's Royal Rumble. Now what's going to happen is they're going to work on a cycle. You get stuck into those and you will basically be in a league of 30 people, and there will be a promotion and relegation style battle going on within that league as your week goes on. If you end up in the top 5 at the end of the week, you'll go up a league. If you're in the bottom 5, you'll go down a league. And I believe there's 4 actual ranks. You can be in bronze, silver, gold or platinum. And again, you're going to be picking up rewards along the way. There's a new way of earning points to spend on rewards. They're going to be called competition points. They're going to give you access to, I think card backs is something that's been mentioned, and maybe some emojis. Or whatever they call those little things where you've got Ric Flair going woo and John Cena doing his thing, little cartoon things that I don't normally use. But on top of that, there's also, more importantly, things called momentum, the momentum slots. You're going to be able to earn the right to use up some momentum slots on your bigger and better cards, which will give them a boost. It could be a stat boost of around 5%. So those cards that you're then using later on, they will be marked so other people can see that you're using this momentum boost. But that's really going to help you when you're trying to take your event card, and let's face it, we're all quite good at getting the event cards, and we're all more or less token them up the same. This is going to be a way of just doing things a little bit differently. So not only have we got this weekly PvP leagues, and it's bringing in these 3 modes of playing together, you've got the fact you can earn some points, you can earn some momentum slots, there's all sorts of little goodies coming out of it as well. So that's a big thing, but it's not as big as what I've put as my number 1. So here we are, people. We've made it to number 1 in big gyms. Top 5 things to look out for in WWE SuperCard Season 4. And this is a biggie, certainly in my eyes, and it's going to make such a difference to something that's driven us crazy for so long. That is King of the Ring. King of the Ring with its 45 blooming matches, go over 2 days, trying to get to the knockout stage, then maybe 3 quarter-final matches and 3 semi-finals and 3 legs in the final. 2 days just eaten up. Frustrating days. Not anymore. New King of the Ring is not just like slightly polished or a little bit varnished, it's completely revamped. And a massive thing out of it is, if you lose your first couple of matches, you can be out, you can kick off and start in another King of the Ring very, very shortly. You don't have to wait 2 days to see what happens. You can get hands-on, you can get stuck into some more stuff. Now what they've done is, it's still going to be the same deck of 12 cards in that you've got 2 male tag teams, a female tag team, 3 male singles, a female single, and your 2 support cards. That's the same, but then it's very different. You've got 32 players will be competing. There's 2 elimination stages, and if you lose in those stages, as I mentioned, you can hop out, you can start another King of the Ring. You don't have to wait 2 days, you're going to have out virtually straight away. So that's a massive improvement. Secondly, if you are going to be King of the Ring, if you're going to battle your way past all your opponents and get to that final and win that final and pluck those big rewards away from Cat Daddy, it's 25 matches. 25 matches. You could do that virtually in a day. None of this 2 days. None of this, as I mentioned, was it what, 49, well, 54 matches in total. None of that anymore. 25 matches will get you a King of the Ring win and big rewards. And you can also pick up rewards on the way. So that is a huge improvement, and it's certainly going to be something I'm looking forward to getting stuck into. Now what I'd like to know now is, from these things that I've told you, what are you most looking forward to? Is there something perhaps I've not mentioned that you want to know about? And I'll do my best to try and answer some questions down below. On top of that, people, do not forget, as I mentioned at the start of this video, the very first video that went up today is my interview with Mr. Cat Daddy himself and Adam Plotkin, who's the lead producer at WWE SuperCard, talking about what's coming up. I would point out to you, though, at this stage, before you all say, Big Jim, you've got all these cards, you're just going to thrash everyone. I haven't. We were using test machines, and as you'll have probably noticed already, the astute amongst you know that my username is Jim Barner, whereas the username you've been seeing on all this test footage is BadLadDad. That's because it was test footage and we had to hand the iPads back, so I don't have those things. I wish I did have those things, but I don't. But I will be getting my hands on the new cards on Wednesday, November 15, 2017. It's the launch of WWE SuperCard Season 4. See you there, and until then, you stay cool.